Here, use this to put the glass in. I can help.
Okay.
Let me have a look. Okay, just put pressure on it. Please get me the first aid kit and call EMS.
Okay.
Bleeding occurs when blood vessels found throughout the body are damaged. Heavy bleeding is likely if a large blood vessel is involved. Arterial bleeding is bright red and will often spurt from a wound. It can be difficult to control due to the pressure created by the heart's contractions. If blood is dark red and flowing steadily, it is likely coming from a damaged vein. Clot-forming fibers naturally collect at a wound site to try and stop bleeding. But heavy bleeding can overwhelm this and prevent clotting from occurring. Bleeding reduces the amount of oxygen that can be delivered to the body. If heavy or uncontrolled, bleeding can quickly become life-threatening. Pressure applied directly to a bleeding site until bleeding stops is the standard method for controlling external bleeding. Activate EMS immediately for any heavy bleeding. Bleeding exposes you, the provider, to potentially infectious body fluids. Always use disposable gloves as a barrier to protect both you and the injured person. When gloves are not available, an improvised barrier, such as a plastic bag, can be used. Using a clean, absorbent pad for dressing, apply firm pressure with your fingers or palm directly on the point of bleeding. If a pad is not available, you can apply direct pressure with just your gloved hand. If blood soaks through the pad, apply another pad, leaving the initial pad in place. Reapply pressure. Once bleeding stops, maintain pressure. Bleeding may restart if pressure is released. A pressure bandage can be used to maintain ongoing pressure and free you to do other things. Wrap a roller gauze or elastic bandage firmly around the injury to hold the dressing in place. Wrap with enough pressure to take over bleeding control. Avoid wrapping the bandage so tightly that the skin beyond the bandage becomes cool to the touch, bluish, or numb. Make sure a finger can be slipped under the bandage once it's applied.